Good morning class 9. Today is your class second class in physics. Okay student, now we will discuss about the chapter first. In chapter first you have a 6 unit. Your first chapter is divided in 6 unit. Remember that 6 unit. Now we will discuss about the in chapter first, unit first and unit second. This is both are a common unit, so I will discuss unit first and unit second also. Student, now we will take our very small topic. The topic is that system of unit. Student, you know that we take a physical quantity in our daily life, then we take a very low amount, a very minimum amount, and we take a MKS system or FPS system. MKS FPS system, that thing we will discuss in other. Then we take a CGS system. Suppose we take a very low amount. We take a very low amount of any quantities. Then we take a centimeter, and if we take a very low amount, that means gram or second. This is our CGS system. Okay student, now MKS system, this is the fundamental system, that means meter, K for kg and S for second. We use in India in two types of system, but FPS system are used in European country as well as in India, because we Indians are a very multi-talented. You know that if we take a birthday cake, then we take in pound. So we use in India kg, gram and as well as pound. And our F is foot and S is also second, because time is everywhere is same. Student, this is the system they are used in your physics, first in overall physics. Student, our next topic is that order of magnitude, large and small. Large or small magnitude, that means suppose that we take 0.0000001 meter. Suppose that, then what we write? We said 0.0001 meter. No, in physics we write in a 10 to the power. This number of magnitude of order we are write in 10 to the power. Suppose that we remove decimal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means 10 to the power 6. Now you know that when the power it will be denominator to the denominator, then it is 1 into 10 to the power 6. This number is right, 1 into 10 to the power 6 minus 10 to the power minus. When the power goes from denominator to numerator, then it will be the minus. That means 1 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter. 10 to the power minus 6 meter is represented by micro number. This is called micro, and micro is represented by like this symbol. And other different units are also used. This is the very small, because 10 to the power minus. Okay, now because the magnitude is small. Large number, that means suppose that 10 to the power your 9 plus 10 to the power 9, that means giga. Giga is represented by capital G. And suppose that 10 to the power 6, 10 to the power 6, that means mega. Mega is represented by capital M. This is the highest or large number of magnitude. Now student, our next topic is degree of accuracy. What is degree of accuracy? The meaning of degree of accuracy without error of estimation. Student, you know that when we take measurement of the any physical quantity, then we very careful on the measurement of physical quantity, because lots of error are occurring in our measurement. Because you know that when we take a small wire of length, when we measure the wire on a winter, then it will be the different. But when we take on a summer, then it will be the different, because in summer the wire will be the thermal expansion. This expansion is called linear expansion, because wire it will be the expanded. So student, we will take very careful on the measurement of any physical quantity. Student, now accuracy, that means suppose if we write 1.0 into 10 to the power 11, then accuracy between 1 and 10. This is show that the significant number. This is show that significant number. And 1.05 into 10 to the power 11, this is accuracy is 1 to 100. And 1.053 into 10 to the power 11, the accuracy is 1000. This is our degree of accuracy represent that. The importance of significant number is that maximum accuracy of measurement or less error of any physical quantity on the measuring. Student, our next topic is that percentage error. What is the percentage error? Percentage error is equal to absolute error upon actual value multiplied by 100. Student, this is the formula, no definition in your book. So we understand with the help of percentage error with the help of formula. What is the formula? Percentage error is equal to absolute error divided by actual value and multiplied by 100. Actual value, suppose that the density of water is equal to 1000. Suppose that, okay, this is the actual value of density of water, but on the measurement the density of water 900. Okay, 900 is the density of water when we measure or experimentally. So now absolute error is 100. Now absolute error is 100. Now absolute error 100 and actual value is 1000 multiplied by 100. Now 1 to 1 to 1. That means 10% is the measurement. 10% is percentage error. Okay, student. Now student, this is now our first unit and second unit it is completed. Now our chapter first, unit third, measurement of length. Measurement of length with the help of vernier caliper, because vernier caliper's accuracy is very good for the measuring of the length. Now discuss about the vernier calipers. Student, now our next part is vernier calipers. Vernier calipers is used for the measuring of the length for very high accuracy up to 0.01 cm. Vernier calipers was invented by the Pierre Vernier. Vernier calipers has a main scale, vernier scale, external jaws and internal jaws as well as also tail. Now the main scale is a long strip of steel which is a main scale. The main scale is generally 15 cm long. Now the next is vernier scale. Vernier scale is a movable scale. Look in a figure. Figure is the part of the dark part which are vernier scale, in which are movable. It is given the main it has a 10 division mark on it, such that total length of 10 division is equal to 9 mm. This scale 10 vernier scale division coincide with the nice main scale division. Next is external jaws. External jaws J1, J2. J1 is fixed. You know that external jaws, that means the lower part of the J1 it is fixed where the object will be tied. J1 is the fixed part and J2 is the movable part, because J2 is moved with movable scale of vernier scale. So J1 is called fixed scale and J2 jaws is called your movable jaws. And J3, J4 is external jaws. J3 is fixed to the main scale, commonly called fixed, because you know that you look that in figure, J3 is upper side and it is fixed, and J4 part is with vernier scale, so it is movable. So J4 is the vernier scale and is commonly called movable internal jaws. Tail, it is connected to the vernier scale from the behind. It slides back and forth along to the vernier scale. It is used to measure internal depth of cylinder of hollow tube. Students, this is a very important part for your theory part for about vernier calipers. You know that no question are asking in your board examination, and no numerical question in your syllabus. So student, this is a very important of the theoretical part for about vernier calipers. Now our next topic is screw gauge. Student, now again our next important topic is screw gauge. You know that it is an instrument used for the measuring the diameter of very thin wires of similar object like a pencil, our hair, and diameter of the and thickness of the papers. It is accuracy up to 0.001 cm and it is commonly called micrometer screw gauge. You know that screw gauge is a very important also theoretical part in your book. No question will be asking in board examination and no question will be in your syllabus. So student, this is a very important part, theory part in your books. Now the construction in the screw gauge. Number 1, U frame. It is a steel frame shaped in the form of U. One end of the U frame screw is fixed permanently. It is commonly called stud and forms the fixed jaw of screw gauge. Second part of the screw gauge is nut and screw. Look in the figure, nut and screw. Nut and screw, the nut is threaded from the inside and the screw from outside. The screw can move in and out of nut by the circular motion. Next is thimble or circular cylinder. The screw is connected to the hollow cylindrical cylinder which rotated along the with nut on turning. Student, this is the construction part in your book. Only it is given by construction. It is given the only knowledge of the construction, how to construct the screw gauge. No question and no numerical problem will be asked. Second, silver sleeve cylinder. To nut is attached a hollow cylinder commonly called sleeve cylinder. This spindle of the screw passes through the sleeve cylinder. Second is baseline. Our reference lines are baseline. Graduated in mm is drawn on the sleeve cylinder parallel to the axis of nut. It is a commonly called main scale or sleeve scale. Similarly, when the main scale is also in vernier calipers, but in the screw gauge the main scale is sleeve scale. Second, next is circular scale or thimble scale. The hollow cylinder moving over the sleeve cylinder is tapped from one end on the tapped and in are made graduations which are either 50 or 100 in number. The scale marked on sleeve is called circular scale or thimble scale or head scale. Ratchet. The ratchet is attached to the screw by the means of the spring. When the flanted in capital B of the screw comes in the connected with stud capital A, the ratchet becomes free and make a rattling noise. Thus, in capital B of the screw is not further pushed toward the stud A. Student, this is your screw gauge. Screw gauge used for, remember that, screw gauge used for the measuring of the diameter up to accuracy of 0.001 centimeter. Thank you very much.